Well, here's another prop, and this one looks simple, doesn't it? I mean, you know, you've got a nice stable place to put your bag here, and you've got some angles that don't look too bad. You know, they don't look too bad. But let me tell you something. Once you try to put a bag here and rest your rifle here, everything starts to slide away unless you have the right equipment. And then there are some options you can use to help stabilize you on these 45-degree angles. Now let's talk about how we usually shoot this one. It's usually something like this. It's either 3 shots, 3 shots, 3 shots at the same target, or it could be 3 shots, different target, 3 shots, different target, 3 shots. Or the way we've been shooting it lately is same target, shot, 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 shot. 1 shot from each position. And I know why the match director's doing that, and it makes sense, and I don't have a problem with it. So now let's get into what are the options for shooting this stage. All right, well, let's talk about maybe the wrong way to go about shooting this with the wrong bag. This is a Weebad, which is a great bag, but it's the wrong bag for this because it's not a heavy fill, and it doesn't have any gripping, and it really is it's their fortune cookie. But here's what happens is if you know, the key to this is you want to get in a position that you can easily then use your knee, rest your elbow, get on target, and I can tell you right now, this is already sliding down. Do you see it sliding down? See that? That's what you're going to go into. And it's because you don't have the right bag, right? This is the wrong bag. Now, there's no ammo in the mag. I'm going to dry fire. And even if you come up here, let's say that you say, hey, well, why don't I just come up here and I'll do it up there. That's not a bad idea, right? Actually, it's not. You can make a tripod out of your legs. I'm holding the scope, and I'm pretty much on target. This is pretty stable with this bag, so that's not a bad idea. A good way to do it, if you want to go low, is to use a different bag, and this is the Weebad Tater Tot, and this thing weighs 15 pounds, something like that. I mean, it's heavy. But the thing about it is, see the gripping part on the bottom of it here? When I place that bag, and you notice I kind of placed it at an angle so I'd have this, you know, kind of shelf here. And now I could actually get down like the way I really like to get down, on my knees like this. And I'm stable, on target. On target. I'm not video camming. I'm not trigger camming this. On target. So that's not bad. But notice this bag isn't moving, right? It's not sliding down. And that's because of that grippy texture on the underside of it. So just make sure you get the right thing to do the right job, right? Now I could also bring this up high, 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 on target. Notice what I'm doing with my left hand on the scope. Notice that up here, right? I'm holding this scope stable and holding the rifle stable. Look at that. I mean, it's not moving. So that's what you're going to do. Then, when you come to this crossbar here, I actually flip my bag over. This is just me. Remember what I always say, I like to find the vertical piece here so I can really either get like this, I can come down it like this and then load into it. My hand is up here, kind of on the scope and on the prop, and now I'm pretty stable, okay? And then over here, for a right-handed shooter, This is not a bad position. I'm going to get this out of the way because I'm going to show you something here in a minute. Okay, so let's say I've come off that centerpiece. I could do a couple things here, right? I can come high like this, rifle, just like I had done before. Now I've taken this hand, I'm shoving my rifle into that vertical prop here, right? I'm on target, very stable, and I'm there, right? The thing I like about keeping the high ground here is I'm not having to get up and get down, right? So I do like that. If you like to kneel though, then what can I do? I can come down here, do our same prop we did before, rifle, on it, on the target, and this is pretty stable. So think about what you have to do here, right? If it's 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, that's a lot of movement. And are you sure you want to get down, get up, get down, get up? I would stay high with that, right? If you're doing 3, 3, 3, and this is your favorite position, down, then fine, get down, get those knees spread, get that tripod built, right? And then you're on it. So let's run this with 9 shots. We'll just do, in fact, let's just do 6. We'll do 2, 2, and 2, and you'll see how this the stability might look. Well, before we go any further, I forgot to show you something that I wanted to show you. Now, sometimes in some stages you can use a tripod, right? And normally what we would do is use the tripod to stabilize our rear position, right? The rear of our rifle. In this instance, however, this is what I've seen other guys do. They use the tripod, but they do this. This is really smart, because look at what you just did. You just gave yourself a platform to put that bag on and to stabilize that thing. And there you are. Now you're on it. And that is not going anywhere, right? That is not going anywhere. Now, if you're shooting 3, 3, 3, this makes sense to, you could grab this, move it to the other side, and then bring it back. If you're shooting 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, like I was telling you before, you might just want to leave this right here and just grab your bag, right? So it depends again on how many revolutions you need to make, how much movement you need to make, and then you know, how fast you think you are. I've run this with a tripod like this, to where the tripod's here, and now I've got, this is kind of the way I like to run it, because then it's not going anywhere, right? I know that tripod's pretty much stable and I'm good. And my biggest problem right now that I have to fix is I have to get square behind the rifle. Did you notice what I just did when I first got down? It's like this. So I'm here, the rifle's here, I'm not square, right? I've got to focus on getting square behind the rifle so I'm perpendicular with the rifle. And now when I get behind it, I'm right there, right? I'm right there, very stable, and then I can move. But that's a big key. So let's run this thing. I think I'm going to run it without the tripod, and I'm going to run it high. All right, let's do that. Okay, the target is an IPSC. It's pretty big, 675 yards. I think there's a pretty good wind coming at about, I don't know, 4 o'clock or so. So let's see what we do. So I'd start high, I'd come up here, and the target is kind of over here. So it's not really, we're on it. I'm gonna give this thing a 1/2 mil. Impact. Impact. Then I'd come down again right here so I can use this vertical, stabilize. I look out at the target, then I get behind the rifle, 1/2 mil worked. Impact. Impact. I'm gonna talk to you about something else here in a second. Now I'm coming high over here, right? Rifle up, pushing it in, getting my tripod built. I'm on it. Impact. Impact. Now, I'm going to leave the trigger cam running. I want to talk to you about something. The first, second, third, fourth shot over here, if you go back to that, you'll see that the rifle stayed on the target a little better. The reason was my trigger finger, I am trying to concentrate on after I pull the trigger, I'm holding it back, holding it back. I'm not doing this. Flip, okay? So I'm really concentrating on that. I'm concentrating on staying on the target after the shot because my buddies have all told me, you are moving way too fast. You're not even seeing what's going on because you're too busy trying to get in front of the clock, right? So I hit all 6, which is good. But that was an example of how you could shoot this stage. And again, if you were running this 1-1-1, this is how you'd want to shoot it. Honestly, it is how you'd want to shoot this thing. Because getting down and getting up, I don't care how old you are, young or old, it's going to get old for you. So that was that. And hey, I hope you enjoyed this one. I have a blast doing these, and I've got some more that I'm going to be doing. I'm going to try to get one or two of these out every time I come up to the range. So yeah, thanks for watching. Got a lot more coming out. My wife got me some binoculars for my birthday. I can't wait to demo or review those. And I appreciate all the likes, the subscriptions, and everything. So again, until next time, guys, shoot straight.